All right, guys, here's the finished product. This video was filmed after I've done everything. So as you can see, we threw in the cold air intake. We put a hose here now that we found out another issue. There was no hose here, so that was just sucking in outside air. But the gaskets and everything's held up. We moved the ground wire from to the back to right here, as well as moved the background wire to right there, as you can see. But other than that, everything's good. The oil leak that was from the back is fixed. It runs really good. It's very quiet. I'll crank it up here in just a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. All holes have been plugged up and fixed, and it was missing the evap hose. This hose right here that goes to the back, that was missing, so that was another issue. But other than that, let's crank her up and see. We still have a code for the camshaft relearn and all that, so I mean, it's not a big deal. The dash still doesn't work fully, and the oil pressure is really bad, so we'll have to get that fixed. Other than that, like I said, dash doesn't work. Still have the check engine light, you know, just all your normal lights. But as you can see, still have an issue with our oil pressure. So my guess is it would be the sensor. But other than that, everything at the bottom end is going to be getting replaced anyways. So as you can tell, she's real quiet. No more exhaust leaks. So yeah, she runs, idles really good. As you can see, oil pressure just steady dropping. It actually dropped near zero. So we still have some stuff to fix. It doesn't knock or anything like that, so it's not really too concerning right now. But we are going to go ahead and do the sensor and stuff. I should have done it while I had everything off, but I did not. We still have to do a oil pan gasket and oil pan, not the oil pan, but the pickup tube. And we still have to do the rear shocks. Needs an alignment really bad, as you can tell. Needs an alignment really bad. But other than that, the motor's running really good. No issues there besides the relearn and all that. I got to get a scanner for that. But yeah, everything's plugged up. But like I said, we still have more work to do this. I still have more videos I have to post on this. But this is the entrance to the new channel I just decided to go ahead and make. Like I said, and we have to do some interior work. Somebody's already pulled the carpet out and cleaned it, but we still have to do our handle and stuff in the back because it doesn't work. And we got to do rear shocks. Those are air shocks, so I'm gonna try and put on some ones that work for now. And we got to do a sway bar link right there. And the oil leak, you can't really tell. So if this is something you guys would like to follow, go ahead and hit that subscribe, and peace. That, my friend, is how you pick a hood up by yourself. All right, guys. So you know, my sister bought this 2007 GMC Sierra. We're having some issues. So let me flip the camera around. All right, as you guys know, she got this with a bad power steering pump, a bad fuel pump. We've already changed all that. Misfire, spark plugs, coil packs. Now we're in the process of fixing our gasket. So I've already pulled everything off. I went to go put it back in and notice that they broke a bolt off in the head, not only on that side but on this side. So now I'm having to pull the heads so that way I can get those removed and can put a bolt on the back side and not have the same issue. And I'll show you guys the gasket. So this is the gasket. I'm pretty sure that side's the same way. So this is fun. I've already got the hood pulled, as you can see. Now I gotta pull all this off and get ready to pull the heads. I'm not gonna pull the heads today. I'll do that tomorrow. But for you guys, it'll be today. So I'm gonna go and get started and I will hit you guys back up. All right, so we're going to start by disconnecting our positive because we're going to be taking the alternator off, so I don't want that cable to touch anything and spark. Nothing's going to happen. Like, I don't care what you say, nothing's going to happen if it does spark. Whoop-de-doo. But just don't let it sit there. So we're going to go ahead and start by taking this off, and then we're going to go ahead and start by taking our air filter off, as in this whole assembly. And then once we get that off, I'll show you guys what you can do next. So y'all stay tuned. All right, we got that removed. I'm gonna show you guys something though. So here's your factory air intake. Look at this. Look what I found. The hole. So we can either fix that or we can get a new one. In her case, we'll probably just go ahead and we might fix it or we might get a new one. My guess is how it got there is probably running up against that pulley right there. But as you can tell, there's also oil leak. But we'll go fix that too while we're in here. And if you can't tell, there's a hose missing. So we got some stuff we got to do. But once we get that done, I'm gonna go ahead and start removing all of our connections on top of here. And go ahead and pull that off. You can pull all of this off as one piece, as in your alternator and all that. We're not gonna do that though. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking this off and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it removed. I'll flip the camera around and show you guys, but yeah, we got it removed in a very timely manner. Let me flip the camera around. All right, so here's the deal. We're gonna have to vacuum all this out, but I'm waiting for the gasoline to like evaporate before I hook my vacuum up and start vacuuming in here. But I've already blew this area out with the intake on and got most of everything. So I have to take this manifold back off. All the bolts are loose and anti-seize, so I'm not worried about that. I didn't want to take the water pump off, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that off too to figure out what gasket I need that's leaking oil. All this has to come off with a few bolts. We'll just leave it to the side because that's actually bolted to your your head itself. So we'll probably pull this head first because it's easier to get to. You can see your bolts are right here, so we're gonna have to dig those out. Well, there's definitely an oil leak coming from up here besides all the other stuff that I found so far on this motor. So we're gonna go ahead and, well, the intake's right there, as you can see. What else did I need to show y'all? I guess nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all that removed. I'll probably pull one head today, and then tomorrow I'll pull the other one because I still have to take those bolts loose. I'm sure they're gonna be loose, just the fact that all of these on this side were loose. Whoever did work on this guy's truck when he had it, absolutely not. I mean, they filled the power steering pump up with transmission fluid, red ATF. So her dipstick tube support bracket that bolts to your head, yeah, that was snapped off. So somebody's been in here before me and didn't even put the liners back in it. Like, if I would have saw all this when we bought it, I probably would have told the kid no, especially what she paid for it. So she paid, I think, $4,150 for this guy, and I've had to do all that so far. So I don't know if it's a ripoff. But if I would have found out about this stuff beforehand, I don't know if I would have done it. But you live and learn. I mean, it's nothing I can't fix. It's a Chevy, so anything's fixable on it. I mean, shit, I got another block over there, but we're not putting that in here. I have 243 heads. I'm not putting those on either, just because I think that I'm able to drill that out. Because these are fairly easy to drill out. Fairly easy, thanks to the aluminum heads. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this support bracket off for our power steering pump, and I will get back with you guys once I have that off and have this manifold back off again. And yeah, I'll get back with you guys. All right, we got it removed. I'll show you guys what I have to do. All right, we got the bolt out. There she is. With the camera focus. There she is. Got her out. Left-handed drill bits. So, that's a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. So, that's it, boy. That's it. That's all I'm doing for the day. Heads over there. But that'll be it for today, boys. Now, one thing I did notice is somebody tried to get that out before, because there was like tap marks all over it. So I had to re-punch it, because whoever punched it the first 3 times didn't center it. It was on the outside of it. I don't know what they were trying to do. So I got to pick up a tap tomorrow, so that way I can tap that hole for our new bolts. I might up the size of that bolt just because it's in the back, and I don't want it to break again in the future. So I'll up the size on that to something bigger than what that is. I think those are 13s, so we're up the size of like a 14 to prevent it from breaking, and it's in the back so somebody else can have an easy job. So that's all I'm gonna do for today, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day, and we got to finish pulling this side. I'll flip the camera around. We still have the passenger side head to pull. So I've already got 2 of the exhaust manifold bolts off that connect down to your downpipe. That's already been pulled. I just got 1 more to do, and then I can start unbolting the manifold from the head. Now, the manifold to the head, all the bolts are loose, so it's mind-blowing. But you know, it's just one of the perks of it. You buy something cheap from somebody on Facebook, then you just know you're getting a piece of shit. It's as simple as that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this pulled out. I do have to run to the store and grab new bolts for the other one, because I upped the size on the back bolt. It's more of like a 14 now. Just to be honest, it's probably just a different thread type, but it is what it is. It's fixed. Didn't have to replace the head. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled off, and I'll see if I can set you guys up for a time lapse on this guy. So this is what we're working with. As you guys saw, we got everything removed now. So I'm gonna go and show you guys what why we had to pull it. As you can see, broke, no good. The heads are gonna be shipped off and get resurfaced and all that. So, but that's why we had to pull it, for those 2 guys right there. Major exhaust leak. None of these bolts was even tight. So we'll go ahead and try and get these two out, and I might set up a time lapse for that. I'm not too sure, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys. So as you can't tell, we got it all drilled out. We got one of them removed by welding a nut to it. The other one, not so much. Had no luck with that one, but let me show you guys. There we go. As you can tell, I kind of messed it up, but oh well. It is what it is. It isn't going to affect anything. So, got them both removed. Now I got to get a bolt that matches that. And then we can go ahead and put some head gaskets, new head gaskets back on, and go ahead and start the reassemble process. But first, we got to go to the store. All right, so we got that done. As you can see from the time lapse, we installed our head back on with the new head gasket, new valve cover gasket, new bolts, and they had to go run to Walterboro to get the other head gasket because AutoZone only sells them in a quantity of one. I don't know why they sell them as just one. They need to sell them as a pair, but I can see why they do that, is for people who only need to replace one. But to be honest, if you're going to go this far, you might as well do that. And I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say, oh, why didn't you DOD delete it and do all this and this, why you had everything off? My sister doesn't have the money for that. So we're just doing the necessary repairs as of now, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We replaced everything that's recommended to be replaced when off. So when they get back, I'll do a time lapse of the other side, getting that pulled. And obviously we're gonna have to do an oil change on this now because I've busted the heads off, so all the coolant went down into all the oil and all that. So not a big deal, just one of those things. But other than that, that's pretty much all I can do right now. I mean, I could bolt the exhaust manifold back up to that side, but I'm gonna wait. Everything's torqued down to spec, and that's pretty much all I can do at this moment. So when you guys see me again, it'll be putting the other side on and then finishing this up, hopefully tonight. I'm gonna have it done tonight. I really want it done tonight. Yeah, also I have to retap the holes on this head over here for the exhaust bolts, so I gotta go find a tap for that. I don't have one. So I will see you guys back here in a minute. Also, before I cut to the next head, I want to show you guys something. Make sure you put these back in, because if not, you're gonna have some serious issues really fast, and it's a pain in the butt to put back on when you have your intake on. So I'm gonna go and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so if you can tell, you got little blocks that go here, but what goes up here is gonna be this guy. It's for your coolant. But on the back, they got these little plugs. They have an O-ring, as you can see, the O-ring. So yeah, make sure those go back in. I'd replace the O-rings while you have it off. In my case, I didn't put them in yet, but I'm just letting you guys know. Don't forget those are very important. But there she is, she's installed. Spark plugs are back in. So this side's done. Like I said, we still got to do this side. There's water in there. I'll blow all that out, clean all that area up. Clean it up, prep the surface for the new gasket, and that I gotta reinsert the studs back into the exhaust manifolds wherever that's at. I don't have it with me up here. So yeah, I gotta do that. The oil leak, I'm gonna be honest, so there wasn't a line on here. This person had this just open, and not only that, they had a hole in the intake. I'll go ahead and get down there and show you guys that. They had a hole in this guy, so that air filter was doing nothing. I mean, it's doing something, but not much. But as you can tell, we got everything cleaned up. Heads weren't resurfaced. She didn't have the money for that, so I'm not worried about that. Whoop-de-doo. This is my project. You guys can do it however you want, but it is recommended to go ahead and get your heads checked out. In my case, I can't do anything about it. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money. I mean, it is what it is, guys. There's nothing you can do. So, what else I want to show you guys? That's your oil pressure sensor right there. So, yeah. And then as you can see in here, you got for your DOD. But anyways, I'll go ahead and cut to the next video. So let's get on it. All right, if you guys enjoyed that, go ahead and hit the drop. Go down in the comments, comment what you want. You say what you want. Obviously, I'm gonna read the comments, but not listen to any advice because this is my build or my sister's truck, and I'm gonna do what I wanna do and how I do it. But obviously, we're gonna repaint the truck. She doesn't know it yet. We gotta do the hood, a couple bumper stuff. So if this is something you guys like, go ahead and hit that subscribe. And also, we have this guy to build. I'll be building that motor right there. I gotta get a stand for it. Then it's going in the shed to get built. So this truck will be next. But this one is good to go as of now, other than some cosmetic stuff. But we're gonna be dropping videos on that anyways. Up next, I gotta finish breaking that down. So I'll get some videos of that. But other than that, this is something you guys wanna keep track on, along with this guy. And then I have some other builds coming up here shortly. I got another boat in the back I got to do. But anyways, go ahead and drop that subscribe, drop a comment, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.